Today, the Viyet produce car parts, and this video powered by Viyet Automobile. You should get your vehicle to a service center if something seems to be disgusting, but it helps awfully if you know a bit about car maintenance yourself. It helps if you look at a car parts diagram so you know where the mainly significant parts in your vehicle are positioned. Find out about car parts so you can have more in-depth consideration with your examining technician about how to sufficiently keep your automobile. If you look this car anatomy, you will see the basic features I am showing here. The 5 basic things which you must know and you can maintain those things by your own self is headlamp and indicator, and this is give indicator to the others. Exactly in the inside there is a battery, and near to battery there is a windshield wiper fluid reservoir. You have to put this fluid in this, and the most part is engine, and third part is catalytic converter, and this catalytic converter directly connected with manifold, intake manifold. In manifold there is a 2 part, and we will discuss all this thing very briefly in the another video. Now coming to battery. If you look this battery, the battery is a serious component. It allows your vehicles to turn on in the first place. In a majority of car, it will be positioned under the hood, and you can identify it with the minus and plus symbol, negative and positive symbols. In the event you need to jump start your vehicle, you need to connect the red clamp of the jumper cable to the positive symbol and the black clamp to the negative symbol. So the black indicate negative, minus symbol, or red color indicate positive symbol. Now if you look basic this anatomy of this battery, you should know, so you can at least understand if any problem comes in this battery. In this battery there is a red and a right button. This red is basically bushing point, or black is timing, and in timing there is a near to lead, and whole black this box is known as a case, and this case directly connected with elements. In elements there is a paste. In element in the upper level there is a cast on strap, and in this paste there is a very near to negative plate. In this negative plate there is this just attached to negative grid, and in between negative grid and negative plate and a positive plate there is a PE separator, and after it is a positive plate and positive grid. So positive grid is a first, then separator separate negative plate and a positive plate. So if anything wrong you can open up and you can clean up all this thing. Then is I told the most important part is engine. Here I am showing the basic diagram of engine. In every engine there is a gear and cam and valve and a piston and rod is there. In cam there is an exhausted cam and intake cam is there. In valve there is an intake valve and exhausted valve. Those are connected with this cam. And there is a piston who directly giving a spacer and with valve. The gear is basically running these pistons, and pistons and the gear in between is a connecting rod which are connecting with the gear. So when gear is moving, the piston are moving and are directly attaching and making a force on valve, and this valve is circulating this cam and engine is basically running in the well. So this is exactly the way engine running. It is a basically 4-cylinder car engine diagram where there is a 4-cylinder. Its diagram is that. Now next is manifold. It's a very important part. Is manifold, if you look this picture, there is an internal manifold and an exhausted manifold. The exhausted manifold is basically outer side, or intake manifold is the inner side. Internal manifold basically directly connected with the engine. Her exhausted manifold connected with the muffle. Now what is the muffle? Muffle is basically another device which is connected with exhausted manifold. Internal manifold is basically receiving the gas which is directly producing from engine. Now this another picture. This manifold is receiving engine out gas, and this process manifold exactly making this gas and separate it in the process way, and the system is there inside, and the gas which is produced in after manifolds function, this gas outed by this intake exhausted manifold. And exhausted manifold, the gas which is outing from the exhausted manifold directly connected to the muffle. So the gas is going out from exhausted manifold and to the muffle. So, and this internal manifold is one kind of catalytic converter. This catalytic converter is amazing because it basically reduce your vehicle emissions, and so that is why it is an engine important. And so if you like this video, please subscribe my channel, and for more video regarding automobile industry, you can visit Viyet Automobile website and also subscribe this channel. Thank you very much. Today, the Viyet produced